Another thing, my bad. I know it's too early for all this, y'all. Well, my ass is just hyper today. I don't know what, that coffee did it. But another thing, I can't stand rude ass people and rude ass kids. Listen, I know how my daughter is. She got an attitude problem. She's a mini-me. Trust me, I get it. So when somebody calls me, let's say my sister-in-law or my niece, to tell me that they had to yell at my daughter because my daughter was acting up, guess what? First of all, I know that if my niece and my sister-in-law yelling at my daughter is for a reason. You know, so kids need discipline. Let some of your family members discipline your kids. And it's not talking about abuse. Of course not. Discipline and abuse are two different things. But I can't stand a parent that think a disrespectful kid is cute. It ain't. You know, but there are some parents out there that think it's cute, that don't nip it in the bud, that just let their kids talk to them. So I have witnessed kids talk to their mom some type of way in front of me and in front of Chandel, in front of my son, that even my son looked at me like, Mom, the way he's talking to her. I remember I looked at my son like, you want to try it? Okay, like, listen, it's not cute. It's not cute. A disrespectful kid is not cute. You know, and as long as you're working on it, that's what matters. Like I said, I talk from experience, you know, and my daughter's feisty. You know, she has a whole, trust me, I'd be like, oh my God, I get gray hairs with her right now. Like, and she's only 10 years old. So I get it. But as long as we nip it in the bud, and honestly, us ourselves, look, when my energy's off, like I said, I remove myself because I can't stand to be rude to somebody and somebody be rude to me. And I'm not talking about like, you know, our kids tend to act up with us. You know, like my daughter, she tends to act up when people are here and disrespect me. You know, I'ma handle that. At the end of the day, as long as you handle it, that's what matters. You know, I won't, trust me, I don't embarrass my daughter. Girl, I be giving her the look like, bet. When everybody leaves, I'ma nip it in the butt, because that's where you have to nip it in the butt when they're little. Not when they're 16, 17, 18. No, when they're small. You know, and I don't like to embarrass my kids. So when my kids do things that they embarrass me, guess what? I write it down or I remember, and then later on when the day goes on or the next day, I bring it up and we talk about it. You know, as long as you're nipping it in the butt and talking to your kids about it, is what matters. Because honestly, if you don't nip it in the butt now, if you can't control your kid at 8, 9 years old, when they're teenagers, forget it. You're not really going to control them at all.